Yo, what's going on, guys? So, I'm going to give you my predictions for the champions end of 2026. If you didn't see it on the Combat Kings channel, I'm going to do them here for you. You might have some wild cards thrown in there. You might have, you got to sauce it up a bit. So, I've got a few unusual picks. You might not agree. If you don't agree, you know what to do. Put in the comments below. I want to hear your picks as well. And let me know how I done, man. But, anyways, let's get this cracking. So, for the flyweight champion, I've gone with flyweight champion. I say is gonna be Manel Cape by the end of 2026. Starboy, he's on fire right now, man. He's been unreliable in the past, but his skill set speaks for itself. High level striker, good takedown defense. I think Pantoja obviously is out. I feel probably was the one that posed the biggest threat to him. If we go look at the rankings, let's have a quick look at the rankings. But no, Cape. Obviously, we've got Van as champ. I think Cape is better skilled than Van, I'll be honest, and he's got way more experience. Pantoja was probably the biggest threat for him. Tyra's a threat, but Manel would piece him up on the feet, I think. I think it would piece him up. Roy Val, yep, he's had that one done. Um, yeah, Manel Cape, man. I think that's a good pick. Once you get past like what 4 or 5 in this division, it kind of like phases out. Horiguchi might be a shout to move up into the top 5 this year, most likely. Yeah, everyone else, yeah, I think Manel Cape is the pick for this year. I'm gonna go with Manel Cape. I ain't mad at it. He has to be more reliable though. The UFC can't have a champion that can't make weight, but I think he can do the business. All right, let's move on. Bantamweight. I'm saying Peter Yan, man. I'm saying Peter Yan can keep that belt. I'm saying he goes on his second run and does a little, a few title defenses. He gets it popping. I'm going with Peter Yan. One of the best all-round skill sets in bantamweight for sure. He's very vicious with his striking. He's got decent grappling. He's got unorthodox takedowns. I think Peter Yan's a shout. Toughest. I think him beating Marab. Yeah, Marab went on a four fight campaign last year, and he failed at the last junction. But whether you want to say he wore himself out too much, too active. But I think Peter Yan's performance was so good though. So he decoded Marab. I didn't think anyone was gonna do it, but he done it. And I think you do it once, you can do it again. So I've gone with Peter Yan. Umar's another big threat there. Umar's probably the biggest threat, I'll be honest. Umar, let's have a look at this ranking. Umar is probably the biggest threat. They're gonna run O'Malley though. You know they're gonna run O'Malley. It won't surprise me if they put that on the White House card. The way they're struggling as it is to put cards together for that, or fights together for that card, I'm not gonna be surprised if they run Yarn versus O'Malley. But in terms of who could challenge Yarn, Umar's the challenge. Marab, he's decoded him. I think he can do it again. Yeah, for me, the biggest challenge there for Yarn is Umar. Defo is Umar. Outside, you know how exciting this division was not so long ago, and now I don't know. Like it's not dead, but like there's some exciting fights that can happen now that Peter Yan's champ. But it ain't got the same level of excitement, does it? I might be crazy. Let me know. Comment below. But yeah, that's me. All right, moving on. Featherweight. You can only keep a good man down for so long. Lerone Murphy. The miracle. We're doing it this year. They're treating you like Leon Edwards. And look how that turned out. We're doing it this year, LeBron. We need to get that belt. We need to get that strap. Now they're not being your friend because they're giving you Evloev, which is mad. Should have after that knockout. After that, they should have given him the title shot. They're moving crazy. But anyways, it is what it is. You gotta prove yourself once more. A man that survived to the face. It's only so much a man can go through, bro. You get me? He's about to prove the doubters wrong. You get me? He's about to do the miracle. So I've gone Lerone Murphy. Okay, striking on the feet. Come on, we know. Like he's a technical striker. He can give you devastating knockouts. We've seen a couple from him. Grappling, he figures it out. He tends to figure it out. He's undefeated. He's fought a few wrestlers. He's proven himself. No one as good as Evloev. But if you're gonna be champ, you got to take on these challenges. Whether he got the title shot, won it, you would have had to fight Evloev at some point. So let's just get it done now. I'm going with Lerone Murphy. All right, next one. This is going to be controversial. I know it's going to be controversial because this division is in a bit of tatters right now. And it's the first fight of the year for the interim. And I'm going with Paddy Pimlet. Some of you are going to say you're crazy. What are you talking about? But just hear me out. Hear me out. I think Paddy is going to win against Gaethje. I think Paddy's going to get the win against Gaethje. And then from there, now, the division is looking a bit mad because Topuria has got his court disputes going on. So he's not going to fight. He said basically first quarter or let's say first half of the year, he's not fighting. Now, we know how cool and this can long out and he might not fight this year. This is how I'm thinking. Ilya is not going to fight this year. Now, is the UFC going to put some respect on Arman's name? This is where I'm rolling the dice. I'm saying they're not going to give him a title shot this year. I don't know why they hate him so much. The man clearly deserves a title shot. The man's clearly a problem. The man's going around collecting infinity stones from this organization, grappling, this organization, wrestling. Like he's doing the mad thing. But still, you're not going to give him a title shot. He's showing you consistency. Yeah, he's a bit of a wild card. He's a bit of a madman. Does crazy stuff. Try headbutt Dan Hooker and could have split his head open. No fight again. Right? He didn't though, innit? He done it. He won. Cool. But are they going to give him that title shot? I don't know. I'm betting on they're not gonna because Dana can hold a grudge. So I'm saying Paddy wins and he might get elevated up to champion if Ilya's not gonna book a fight this year. Meaning Ilya might get stripped and have to return and fight for the title again. So I've gone with that as my logic. So don't think I'm too crazy. There's some method to the madness, yeah? All right. We move on to waterweight. Like, it's no surprise. I'm picking Islam Makhachev. I'm picking him to do the GOAT. The GOAT. Yo, where's the button? Where's the button? That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT. I'm picking Islam Makhachev to do some GOAT shit this year. Pick up a few wins. Cement his name in MMA history as one of the best to ever do it. I've gone with the boy Islam Makhachev to be champion by end of the year. Now, there are some problems there for him. Michael Morales, not the most cleanest of fighters, but he's a unit, packs power, and he looks like a problem. So, if that fight does happen, that materializes. Islam's got a challenge there. We're looking like we might get the Usman fight. I think Makachev probably cooks Usman right now where he's at in his career. There's a couple other fights that might happen. Ian Gary's looking like he could be in for a title shot at some point. So this division is actually cooking. This is one of the best divisions right now. And if Islam Makachev can keep that belt, that speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. All right, we're gonna move on to middleweight. Hey, dominance, man. Dominance, man. Hamzat Shamayev. If he doesn't move up like he's talking some moving up stuff, forget all that. I want to see domination. Just destroy these guys. I want to see it. Fluffy poses a threat, though, in my opinion. Imavov poses a threat, though, in my opinion. I think everyone else in the division, Hamzat probably handles them pretty easy. Let's have a look at this division quickly. All right, so what Duplessis, joke man, Imavov, a threat. Sean Strickland, you're getting mauled. Hernandez, I think he poses a problem. Brendan Allen, nah, I don't think with Hamzat there's any problem there. Israel Adesanya, where you're at, boy, you getting smoked. And that's, yeah, but I must speak the truth. Cal Bralia, I'm not the biggest fan of him. Oh, yeah, man, he's smoking all these youths. All of these guys are getting smoked. Yeah, it's just Imavov and Fluffy, really. Hamzat Shamayev, that's your division to keep, man. All right, we're gonna move on. Next, we have light heavyweight, and I've gone with the madman himself, Yuri Prohachka. I think Yuri. I've always thought he was a bit of a madman. I always thought technique is a bit, but he's just a wildling. He's just a Viking warrior. Yeah, just all of that stuff. But he's improving, man. He's improving. I'm seeing some improvements in his game, and he has crazy pressure, crazy willpower. There's no quitting this man. This man will die in there. He's willing to go to the depths. Yuri Prohachka for me, man. Slipping and ripping, getting so much better. I've seen it, man. I've seen it in that Jamal Hill fight. Showed me that, man. The Khalil fight, he broke Khalil down, man. Yeah, he was looking a bit shaky at first, but the game plan was the game plan, and it worked in the end. You got the stoppage. So for me, I'm saying Yuri Prohachka, man. And then if Yuri gets what's there for him? All right, we need to speak about this. Sorry, because I'm saying Yuri Prohachka, like one of my favorite fighters. Alex Pereira's not there. I think Pereira is gonna move up. So we're gonna speak about that. I think Pereira's probably gonna move up. Might drop the belt out. Well, he's probably gonna have to drop the belt out. They're not letting people keep belts no more. So I think that's how Yuri kind of materializes that. I don't think he's gonna deal with Pereira. I think Pereira probably moves up, fights for a title, and Yuri fights someone at light heavyweight for the light heavyweight strap. He's fighting Oldberg. I think he's gonna put Oldberg to sleep. But I could be wrong. Comment below what you think, innit? Um, right, moving up to heavyweight, and I've kind of given you my pick. All right, cool. Yeah, Tom Aspinall's champion right now, but I think Alex Pereira, he's gonna do the triple, and he's gonna be. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT. Yeah, I'm saying Alex Pereira can get to this strap this year. How? Again, this is one of my crazy but logical thinkings now. Tom Aspinall's out there talking about his eye, wearing glasses, all of that. Yeah. I don't know if he's gonna fight this year. I don't know what's happening with him. He's talking all this needs to get surgery. He don't know. He don't. Yeah. So right now things are just all up in the air with this Tom Aspinall fighting this year. I don't know. But we can run Cyril Gahn against Alex Pereira. And if I have to pick out the two, now I think Cyril Gahn is for striking high level, but Alex Pereira just time after time after time. he just shows you that he just gets the job done. Look at Ankalaev fight. He said, all right, he wasn't um he wasn't fit or he had an injury or whatever for the first fight and he lost the belt. Cool. Smoked him. Absolutely put him in a coffin the second time they fought. Easy work. Walked over there and just blammed him. Blam. Done. Give me my belt back. The guy, we don't, this guy, if he gets, especially even if he doesn't get three belts, three weight classes, forget all that. What he was able to do in a short amount of time in the UFC, mind blowing, bro. It's crazy. This guy, Poatan Chama, he's a special, he's a special breed. Like, for him to do what he done, yeah, it's crazy. And the man don't speak English, and he's a star. Like he's blamming this one Cortez, and he's doing the works, and he's there with belts as well. Hey, you have to rate this guy. You have to rate this guy, bro. Hey, all right, cool. Let's move on now. So those are my picks in the men's divisions. We ain't sexist. We gonna do some women's picks as well, even though women's fights are a bit at the minute. But you know, still gonna do our picks. So strawweight. I've gone with Zhang. I say because Mackenzie Dern's champ right now, and like if you look at this division, come on, let's just keep it up. Strawweight. Mackenzie Dern, like she's improved, but like Zhang level, really? Come on. Tatiana Suarez exposed. Like you get it, like Jan Jaroba's she's okay. Like Yang Xiaonan, we've seen that already. Like this division is dead as it is. I think Zhang's just the ruler of this man. Zhang goes and gets the belt back, and Zhang just rules this division for a while. All right, moving on. We moving on to flyweight. All right, yeah, it's another crazy one. Logical thinking's happening right now, though. Macy Barber. I've gone with Macy Barber as my pick. Why? Not because she beats Chashenko, because there's bigger works at play. There's bigger works at play here. I'm saying Macy Barber. Macy Barber is gonna fight probably for a vacant belt. That's what I think. I think Shashenko is gonna move up, and they're not doing the whole simultaneous holding belt thing. So I think she's looking good right now. Her skill set's looking pretty well rounded. She's got dog. She's got dog as well. I think Macy Barber is definitely developed pretty well in this division. So I've gone with Macy Barber as the flyweight champion. All right. Let me just get this. I messed this one up. Yeah, I'm gonna get this last one. This last one. Women's bantamweight now. All right, cool. Go it up. I'm going with Valentina Shevchenko. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but hear me out. Hear me out. So we've got Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. Literally a few weeks away. A week or so away now. I personally, I'm like, I can't understand why Nunes, because Kayla Harrison looks like she poses some problems. Yeah, she does pose some problems. Obviously, high level judo on the ground. She's got ground and pound. She's got submissions. Striking's not all there, but even her takedowns ain't even that great. It's just like wrestling takedowns. Let me say it like that. Wrestling takedowns. So, trips and judo and all that is obviously A1. Um, but I think, why is Amanda Nunes returning to fight? You're already cemented as the GOAT. Why are you returning for this fight? I don't really get it, in it. Like you're rolling the dice with that status. So you must be pretty certain you can win this fight. You get it, especially with time off as well. So I'm thinking, okay, Manu Nunes wins this fight. I've got that. Only makes sense because Shevchenko's been on the maddest of runs, like domination. What is there left for her to do in her current division? Might as well move up. Third fight against Nunes. Try to catch her on the way out. Two divisions. Two division champion right there, man. I've gone with Valentina Shevchenko. But I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts on all my picks. Let me know who you're picking to be champions at the end of this year. Let me know where I went wild and where I might have got it right, where I've done some good predicting. I want to know. But guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back soon with another one.